Hello everyone, welcome to my tutorial for the Oh So Easy hooded scarf. For this project you would need yarn. I'll be using a chunky yarn which is 100 grams and approximately 150 meters in length. The recommended hook is a 5.5 millimeter hook. For the Oh So Easy hooded scarf I would need 2 to 3 skeins of yarn. I'll be using a 5.5 millimeter hook. I need a pair of scissors, stitch markers, a tapestry needle and a measuring tape. Let us begin with a slip knot. The foundation chain is 22 chains plus a turning chain of 3. So I need to chain 25. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. So that's yarn over, insert your hook into the chain, pull up a loop and go through 2 loops and go through another 2. So that's yarn over, insert your hook into the chain, pull up a loop, go through 2 and another 2. Work double crochets all the way to the end. I've completed round 1 by working double crochets all the way to the end. Round 2, chain 3. 1, 2, 3 and turn your work. For round 2, we will alternate between a front post double crochet and a back post double crochet. Work a front post double crochet, insert your yarn over, insert your hook into the 2nd double crochet of the previous round, pull up a loop and go through 2 loops and another 2. And a back post, yarn over, insert your hook into the next double crochet of the previous round, pull up a loop, go through 2 loops and another 2. So for a front post double crochet, it's yarn over, insert your hook into the double crochet from the front of the piece, pull up a loop, go through 2 loops and another 2. And a back post, yarn over, insert your hook from the back of the piece, pull up a loop and go through 2 loops and another 2. I've completed round 2. Moving on to round 3, it's chain 3, 1, 2, 3 and turn. I will now work double crochets all the way through. Do not double crochet into the stitch where the chain 3 comes out of. So into the next stitch to work a double crochet, it's yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch, pull up a loop, go through 2 loops and another 2. Continue working double crochets to the end. I've completed round 3, round 4, chain 2 and turn. We will now change our stitch from a double crochet to a half double crochet. So to work a half double crochet, it's yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch and pull up a loop, go through all 3 loops. Chain 2 counts as a half double crochet and we've already worked another half double crochet. So the pattern is chain 1, skip 1, half double crochet. chain 1, skip 1, half double crochet. I've completed chain 1, skip 1, half double crochet. I have 1 stitch left in which I will work a half double crochet. Round 5, chain 2 and turn. Round 5, work half double crochets all the way through. So my first half double crochet, I'll work it in the next stitch. Do not work it in the stitch where the chain 2 comes out of. So in my next stitch, pull up a loop and go through all 3 loops. And then my next half double crochet into the chain 1, yarn over, pull up a loop, go through all 3 loops. Work a half double crochet into the next stitch and into the chain 1. Continue working half double crochets all the way to the end. Round 6, chain 2, 1, 2, and turn. Round 6 is a repetition of round 4 where you would work a half double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, half double crochet to the end. Round 7 is a repetition of round 5 where you would work all half double crochet. Repeat rounds 4 and 5 79 more times or until the required length of scarf. I've now completed the scarf portion of the project. I've ended by working 2 rows of double crochet and a row of front post double crochet and back post double crochet. Moving on to the hood part of the scarf, find the center of the scarf by folding it in half and mark that off with a stitch marker. Looking for a length of 45 centimeters from stitch marker to stitch marker. So measure from the center stitch marker 22.5 centimeters and mark that off, and on the other side 22.5 centimeters and mark that off. Remove the center stitch marker as it is no longer needed. Working on the wrong side of the scarf, insert your yarn into the stitch marked with the first stitch marker. You can knot it, and I will now insert my hook into that stitch, pull up a loop and chain 1. Thereafter, I'll work single crochets evenly all through to the next stitch marker. So to work a single crochet, it's insert your hook through the stitch, pull up a loop and go through both loops. So that's insert your hook, pull up a loop through 2 loops. Work single crochets to the other stitch marker. I've completed working single crochets from the first stitch marker to the next stitch marker. Moving on to round 2 of the hood, it's chain 2 and turn. Work half double crochets from the 1 stitch marker to the next. I've completed working half double crochets. Moving on to round 3, it's chain 2, 1, 2 and turn. So here the pattern is, I'll work a half double crochet into the next stitch, chain 1, skip 1, half double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, half double crochet. Continue to the end. At the end, the remaining 1 stitch, work a half double crochet. I've now completed rounds 2 and 3 18 more times. Before starting rounds 22, I need to find the center of the hoodie. To do that, fold it in half, find the center and mark it with a stitch marker. Rounds 22, I've chained 2 and I've half double crocheted to 2 stitches before the stitch marker. Okay, so the 2 stitches before the stitch marker I'll reduce by working a single crochet. So to reduce 2 stitches into 1 single crochet, it's go into the stitch, pick up a loop, go into the next stitch, pick up a loop, and go through all 3 loops. The stitch that has the stitch marker through it, I'll work a single crochet by going through the stitch, picking up a loop, and going through the 2 loops. Thereafter, I'll work another single crochet into 2 stitches. So that's go through the stitch, pick up a loop, go through the next stitch, pick up a loop, and go through all 3 stitches. Continue with the pattern thereafter by working a half double crochet, all the way to the end. Moving on to round 23, I've chained 2 and I've followed the pattern with my chain 1, skip 1, half double crochet. I've stopped at 2 stitches before my reduced stitches. You'll notice the single crochets. So it's 2 stitches before the single crochets. So by us working the single crochets and reducing these stitches, what it actually does is it creates the rounded effect of the hoodie. So what I'll do now is I'll reduce these 2 stitches by working a single crochet. I'll reduce these 2 by working a single crochet. I'll work a single crochet into the center stitch. I'll reduce the next 2 by working a single crochet, and again reduce the next 2 by working a single crochet. Whatever is done on this side has to be done on this side as well. I've reduced the stitches and I'll continue working the pattern as normal. So that's 1 half double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, a half double crochet. Continue to the end. I've completed rounds 24, 25, 26 and 27. For these rounds, instead of working a reduced single crochet 2 stitches before the last reduction, I will reduce 1 stitch before and after. So as you can see, what this does, it creates a rounded hoodie instead of the point here. Ensure that the sides are equal. Secure your yarn, leaving a long tail. Cut off the excess. We'll use this long tail to stitch the ends together. To stitch the 2 ends together, bring them together. Using a tapestry needle, weave in the 2 sides. Going through each stitch. Now take in the yarn and stitch it through on the underside where you can weave in the ends. So what we've done is we've created a nice rounded hoodie. What I'd like to do now is work an an edge around the hoodie. So I've attached the yarn to the hoodie where the hoodie and the scarf meet on the wrong side. Pick up a loop and chain 1. Work single crochets evenly all throughout the edge of the hoodie. I completed the round of single crochets. I then worked a round of double crochets and thereafter a round of front post double crochet alternating with back post double crochets to create my edging around the hoodie. All that's left to do is to weave in the ends. You can use a tapestry needle to join this end to the scarf. And there you have it, your hooded scarf that was oh so easy to make.